Anybody else? Just one more thing. So,
questions? Is that it?
Coach, how nice to see you. You talked last week a lot about trying to get your offense going. It looked like you guys got going a little bit today. That's got to be good to see.
We did some good things. We were a little frustrated offensively the last couple of games, and we had a good approach today. And against an experienced pitcher, and we put some balls in play on the ground, got some big hits with 2 outs, big hits with men on base, 2 strike hits. We battled, I thought, really well offensively today. And their kid Westmoreland came in and did a nice job, calming things down for them. But we had built ourselves a lead a little bit, and we pitched extremely well today and played very well defensively, and like I say, got some big hits.
you got 5 hits from freshmen and a freshman pitcher on the mound in a setting like this. You're not supposed to deliver like that in a game like this.
Well, we got some very exciting freshmen. We've known that since the very beginning, and Clayton was outstanding today. He's come a long ways. Pep's done a great job with him since the fall, and he's matured a lot, and he's getting a lot of confidence. He's got his breaking ball for strikes today, anytime he needed it, and was throwing the ball down in the zone, and he had 2 good swings on him. But other than that, I thought he was pretty much in control all day long. And then Steven, came up with a big hit with men on base. He brought the lefty in against him and banged the ball up the middle and got ourselves 2 runs there. So those guys had a good day for us, and but Britt also had a great day for us, and we need him to break out and do what he did today for us to be the team we need to be, and so he had a great day for us. Stevie Wilkerson had a nice day for us as well, putting the ball in a 6 hole, and we played really good defense. We turned a big double play against Dantzler. It was a big part of the game, I thought, and then getting that 6th run, I think, was a big deal. Late in the game, Britt's hit.
Clay, you showed a lot of emotion at the end of a couple of those innings with some strikeouts. Is that kind of normal for you, or how much more was the adrenaline going for you out there?
I'm more of a guy that's I wear my emotions on my sleeve, and I make sure but at the same time I have to be able to calm myself down in my outing, work through the process, work pitch by pitch, just remember where I am, remember what I'm doing, and stay calm and just make sure I execute. And the excitement kind of got a hold of me a little bit because I'm in the atmosphere, and just had a little bit out there.
Clay, what was working for you out there today?
Really, my cutter was really working really well today, and I was making sure that my fastball was down the zone, and like Coach Leggett said, that I let 2 of them get away, but they put good hits on it, and got to commend them for it. But everything else was just working off the pitches and working off the cutters.
How big of a confidence booster was it to finally beat him away from Clemson? You beat him in a neutral side. Does that just kind of help you going into tomorrow, do you think?
Me personally, I think that our offense and defense did absolutely outstanding. And they were just like, I didn't have to worry about a thing on the mound. When we needed runs, they got runs for me. And it was just, I think the momentum coming in tomorrow, it's going to be another great game, always is. And, we're going to have to see what tomorrow brings.
Stephen, I believe you led off the second with a single and then came around to score the first run. Do you feel like that really helped y'all settle into the game, getting that first run on the board?
I believe so. Each and every time I try to lead off an inning, just finding ways on is, a spark plug for our offense. So, I was fortunate to get a curveball slider type deal. Down and in, was able to put it in the gap for a single, and got our offense rolling right there, picked up a couple runs.
Had to feel good to come up with another big hit later in the game too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Once again, just looking for a good pitch that I can handle. Got a fastball in the outer half and was able to put it back up the middle for a couple runs.
Thomas, what does it mean to beat these guys, here and to kind of just, I guess, in what happened last night and maybe some of the things that happened in the past?
I mean, beating a good program like they have is always nice to do, and we let one slip away from us last night, didn't play our best, and we wanted to come out here and kind of be aggressive early in the game, try to get some runs going, and got a couple things going early, and we're able to hold on to the lead late. So it was pretty good to beat a good program like that, and hopefully we can carry the momentum to tomorrow.
Clay, what did Pep tell you after you gave up the 2 home runs?
breathe. It's part of the game. You're gonna get hit, and I mean, it's either I was gonna give up another hit or I was gonna be able to bounce back, and that's a whole part of pitching. You have to be able to take it pitch by pitch and be able to handle yourself accordingly and just make the next pitch.
I noticed a couple of times you stepped off the mound and turned around and faced the outfield. What were you telling yourself?
We have Coach Pep's kind of installed in me and the whole pitching staff that if you just step off the mound, separate yourself from everybody else, and get on the outfield, change the view, take a breath, and just bring yourself back into it and let yourself relax, and then come right back to it.
Jack, you talk about the defense and the plays they made.
Where did that come from?
Will, I'm over here, Coach. Phil's blocking my finger.
Well, I'm sorry, I was concentrating you. What did you say now?
Talk about the defense and the plays the guys made today out there.
Well, I thought we made some really good defensive plays. Britt made a real nice catch in right center field. That was a big catch for us in the middle part of the ball game. I thought Jay Vaughn made a really nice play to his forehand side and had to make a big play. They've got some speed on their team, so you have to be on your toes, get ready to baseball, and be accurate with what you're doing. We turned over the big double play against Dan, so I hit the ball pretty good to Stevie, and the 4-6-3 double play was a huge play for us. I thought Garrett Bowler caught exceptionally well for us today, blocked every ball he needed to block, and did what he needed to do behind the plate. So I think overall it was a really good team effort defensively, and when you pitch well and you have good pace and you throw strikes and you're around the zone, you always usually play a lot better defense. And so Clay was a big part of the defense today.
Jack, how big was it when to get 7 innings out of Clay and to get 2 out of Matt there and to be able to save your arms for tomorrow?
Well, it was good. We got Clay to the place where we probably had to make a change, and he got a big out against Ferguson to finish the inning, and threw him some cutters there, threw him some sliders, and backdoor slider at the very end there was a huge call and a big play, big pitch, and he was just about at the end of where we thought he might be in the high end of things, and got Matt Campbell out there, who's usually pretty good for us. He came in, did a good job, and started that one inning, I think, with that ball that dropped in, and he got a run there. But he didn't. I thought he looked really sharp his 9th inning, especially. I think he was real sharp for us. So hopefully we can build off of that and use him again.
Jack, Krieger made a couple really nice plays
Yeah,
the whole day. What do you like about him at shortstop? Did we see some of that today?
He's been playing exceptionally well for us at shortstop for a freshman. I think the toughest play he had to make was against not 8th batter. A ball in the hole to his backhand side, and they had somebody at first base. Rosenberg was at first base, and so he had to get the force of seconds. No one had a chance to get him at first base, and that was a huge play for us. Because if they're both safe at first and second, we got things rolling. But he's just been playing very steady defense. He's calm, he's collected, under control. He's poised. He's mature. He's pretty good, and so we just want to keep him in that zone and just keep him playing. Giving us a little more offensively. He got big hit today to right field, and so I think he's going to be a real good player for us.
What does it say about the mental makeup of this freshman class? So these guys come in and play pivotal roles.
Well, I think we had a good team. I really like our team. We've had a couple ups and downs here early in the season, but I think we got a chance to be a good ball club, and we just got to keep building on games like today, and just find that consistency and be a little contagious offensively, get that rolling. And I think we've got some depth in our pitching staff, and so it's a total team thing. We do have some great, some really talented freshmen who have good attitudes, who work extremely hard. They've given us some inter-team competition, which is something we needed coming into the season, and they haven't looked for any handouts. They've all worked at it. They're all workers, and so they're not didn't just show up on campus expecting to get handed something. And they've been working at it, and I think the older players respect that, and been a good example for them as well.
Who's the pressure on tomorrow?
I'm not looking at it as pressure. I'm looking at we're going to play ball game, and we have a long season. We want to try to build off today. It wouldn't even be a question in my mind. I just want my team to go out there and play and relax and do what they have to do, and you guys can make all the big deal you want out of it. It's a big deal for us. It's a big deal for them. We know that, but my job, I think, is to try to, after yesterday, was try to get us focused on what we had to do today and get that one behind us, and then we'll enjoy this one for now and then be ready to play tomorrow.
Clayton, have you pitched in whether the school?
I'd probably say not. It was kind of close to this, but I mean, just the atmosphere and the adrenaline pumping, it kind of kept me warm, and I felt at home up there. I mean, you gotta be able to stand up there on the mountain, make it your home, and that's what I tried to do.
Clayton, after the fifth,
No, sir.
Clayton, after the fifth, you kind of shouted. You know, did you say anything specific or just?
No, just barbarian yell. So, so I mean, it's not really anything particular. Just I don't know really if I said anything at all.
South Carolina thought you were throwing a sinker. Was that a cut fastball?
No, it's it was a cut fastball. It's just was able to extend my arm today and work the fastball down the zone. And it's worked out today.
Clay, with the weather being so cold, was the cutter the pitch you were wanting to work off of?
No, I mean, we were calling a great game and working off Coach Pep and Mulware, and they were working hard and they were setting up for great pitches, and just any pitch could set up. So,
did the fact that your younger brother is destined for another school add another layer of enjoyment for you today?
it's not. It was not a different layer, like level of.
No.
Yeah. No.
That's it.
Coach, it looked like yesterday you sort of shot yourself in the foot, and today you came out and course corrected very well. Talk about what you talked about yesterday to your players and coming out today and correcting yesterday's mistakes.
You know, it's a hard thing to do when you have so much invested, so much passion for what you do, and your team is invested, and you do lose. But you know, sometimes you have to get rid of it quickly as we possibly can, because we've been playing really good defense. We had a little bit of a rough time yesterday, late in the game, but that isn't what cost us the game. We didn't really swing the bats, and it was a combination of those things, and they played well. They pitched well, so one of those things, you know. We've got a good pitching staff. They've got some guys that can throw the ball, and they got some people they can go to, and we've got some. We've a good baseball program. We've been a good baseball program for a long period of time, and our kids have confidence in everything that they do, and so we just had to flush yesterday and talk about some of the mistakes we made, but not harp on them, and just be ready to play today. Because if you let it go too long, at least into the next day, you get yourself a problem. So I was proud of our kids. We came out. I think we had a purpose in mind. It was a very tough day for both teams because there was a lot of waiting going on today. There's a waiting game, and the weather, and the tarp back on the field, and all the pomp and circumstance before the game, and it just seemed like we were waiting forever to play the game today. And so it's difficult for both teams to try to stay focused. And our team was loose, I could see that, and I thought that's where we needed to be.